I would like to start this video with an apology. I am sorry that it has almost been a year since we have uploaded a video. Our main author and video editor has been in National Guard training, and the artist we paid to make original artwork to be used in this video has not made it, which is why you are looking at stock images. But despite that, work has been done on the book over these past couple months. A video about some of the items I've put into the book will be coming out soon, but today's video will be about something completely crazy that happened in one of my campaigns. To give some context, the group that I was running were inside a castle in the void that was owned by a slad god attempting to invade the material world. You know, typical D&D stuff. In this castle was a room full of food. I put this room in here as a trap. If you looked at the food or acknowledged the food, you have an urge to eat it, all of it. The effects of the food were simple. If you ate it, it regained all your hit points. However, you also have to roll the wild magic table. Any effects on your body are permanent. The good, the bad, the funny. Here's the absolute insanity that occurred because of this. So, the first thing that happened when my rogue took a bite out of the food was that he cast Fireball. Everyone in the room took a lot of damage. Everyone but him. He managed to dodge it perfectly. And because of that, he kept eating food while everyone else was trying to stop him. Here's the thing that happened after he took the second bite of the food.
Yeah, so the second thing that happened was fog came out of the food. So after that, I just kind of stealthed because why not?
It took them 5 rounds to find him. Here's what happened in those 5 rounds. The first bite, he got teleported to the astral plane. He met an OC god I created that kinda gave him a blessing because why not, then sent him back. He then took a second bite of the food and got the ability to fly. The third bite of the food gave him true sight, because why not?
Yeah, so as I continued going to the astral plane and meeting gods, they kept on giving me boons because I didn't run into any of the ones that wanted me dead. I even met my mother.
I rolled a d12 to determine what god he'd meet. He met the 3 gods that weren't actively trying to kill him, because he's that lucky this night. He was rolling on fire, because he also gained the ability to counterspell magic. He was not a spellcaster. He could just do that. He also emitted darkness from his body within 30 feet that would allow him to stealth perfectly. And also see just fine because he had 90 feet of true sight. Furthermore, someone got turned into a goat. And that was just something else that happened to another person. Finally, he ate and he rolled the wild magic charts and he rolled a 1, which meant that even if they made him stop eating the food, for an entire minute, wild magic would just keep happening. During this time, he got teleported to the astral plane 2 more times, got 2 more blessings, came back. He also summoned a robot. He also made our sorcerer in the party just start blindly firing into darkness trying to hit him. And Kothar also got involved, but by getting involved, ran away, then started shooting.
No, I was never there. Kothar was never there.
No, Kothar was there the next day, and then he
I got there the next day. I was on a special ops mission with some guys through the board. A lot of people died due to terrible things that happened there.
Due to me having a bunch of NPCs and yeah, a lot of people fell into a black hole and got crushed. One person got eaten by slads alive.
Then it was the spike ball planet.
There's the guy who fell and landed on a planet made completely out of spikes. Because why not?
Needless to say, our DM is sadistic.
I'm not the one who murdered a child chained to the wall. Let's talk about that.
Whoa.
So,
right. That was a previous player's fault.
Okay, so here's what happened that led to that. Our player, who was playing a sorcerer, like a dumbass, walked into the front line and attacked the boss creature by shooting a fireball.
Despite having 2 barbarians in the party.
Yeah, the barbarians were in the back line because he ran to the front line like
he
an
got
idiot.
clapped.
So because of that, he cast darkness on himself thinking that that would work. even though I previously stated that the slads in this area have true sight. I guess he forgot about that. So after he attacked the boss creature, did literally 1 damage, the boss creature turned around and rolled 2 nat 20s to hit him. He did 60 damage. This guy was a sorcerer level 5. He ain't surviving that. And then the slads ran over there and just ripped him apart and left. And they negotiated that they killed one guy, they killed one other guy, they decided they're done with today, and they separated. So after that, he made a new character. It was a monk. He was chained to the wall, and basically what they did was they released him, and on the same session they released this monk, he went completely insane and tried to kill the party for no reason. Because of that, our resident rogue said, and I quote, "I am going to kill the next person we see chained to the wall." The next person chained to the wall was an NPC they were supposed to save. I forgot to mention it was a child, and I mentioned this 10 minutes after they killed him. Basically what happened was Kothar, our lizardman barbarian...
I had a potion that could turn someone into a lizard folk. And I said, I'll break you out of here and spare you if you'll drink this potion. But before I administered that and got him out, Barris said, nope, remember what we agreed, and killed him. So that just kind of happened, and we just went along with it because I'm a lizard folk. Oh, well, he's dead. Nothing I can do.
Because of that, they decided to loot the body. They found a bunch of family photos of one of the NPCs they were working with, a noble who they actually liked. The only noble they actually liked, and they murdered his grandson without hesitation. Then 10 minutes later, I said, "You guys murdered a 10-year-old," and they were like, "Wait, what? He was 10?" But then they realized their characters wouldn't care either way.
Well, yeah, you never mentioned age, and if you mentioned it earlier, it might have been a factor. But after 10 minutes,
It would have been for Tanner. Tanner would not have killed a child.
yeah.
But we had a lizard folk in the party, so it's a miracle they didn't eat him after they killed him.
This is true. He ate a lot of humans.
No,
No, not humans. He ate
I
slads.
ate slats.
Just,
Humans.
let's talk about that now.
Yeah,
You turned
that-
blue,
that-
and then you
that-
managed to convince people that made you special to your people, and they believed you because of how high your charisma was.
It worked. So eating slats was supposed to be bad for you if you failed a con check. I passed every con check. So Kothar thought, man, eating these things makes you stronger. Because every time I ate one, I got stronger.
The thing about the slads is if you eat their eyeball, you gain telepathy for an hour. At the end of that hour, you roll wild magic to see what happens. He never had a bad thing happen to him, to the point that he believed that lizard folk and all reptiles should eat slads to get stronger. They had a pseudo-dragon in the party that they bought that they made eat a slad eye to see what happened. He gained the ability to turn into a regular dragon about twice a day. So yeah.
Oh, full time.
No, it was temporary. He went to the void and
Yeah,
became
it was-
full-time because he was in the
Ah.
void. He was powered by the void.
The void powered that up a little, but in the actual world, yeah, it was temporary.
I'm trying to remember any other abilities your character got. I don't
I
think
think that's it.
I don't think
he got a lot of abilities. Oh no, you also got you got permanent mage armor on you. That was also a thing.
That didn't bother affect him because Barbarian AC was higher anyway.
No, that was something that happened to his character. That happened to Tanner. Tanner
Oh,
got
yeah,
so
yeah.
many powers.
Oh, my head was bitten off by a god.
Yeah, so I was about to get to that. But he had so many powers that to make it fair, he had to choose which power he was going to have active at a time. He also had advantage on perception checks because he had 3 eyes, because that's also a thing that happens to you through wild magic. And don't worry, I'll have a picture of the wild magic chart up here so you can keep track of what's happening. I might even... No, I'm not going to promise anything. I am not a good video editor. I've edited one video with a
We
lot
need
of
our
help.
original bag.
We make no promises. To
Recurts, we miss you, buddy. Get back from the National Guard. We are barely getting anything
Not
done.
that we have anything wrong with the National Guard. They're great people.
No, I just said get back. I didn't say
I
they're
know.
bad.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, cover your bases, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're at 8
Bases.
minutes of just us talking.
Hate it.
Military.
Terrible military.
That just happened organically. So let's see. Oh yeah, back to the head biting thing. So they were in a room where if they rolled a D100 and they rolled high enough, they get a legendary magic item. Kothar got the most bullcrap legendary magic item he could find. You remember what it was? I think it was like the Rod of Many Things.
Yeah, I think I did get. No, it was I got the immovable rod.
No, that was something you got earlier. I think you got the Rod of Many Things from it. Well, it was he got like a very powerful legendary magic item. Then a giant golden slad appeared and told them to leave. Tanner decided to, taunt the slad for no reason. Because of that, the slad picked him up, bit his head off, and then threw him against the wall. He was dead for about 10 seconds until his god resurrected him and he became a dark sorcerer or whatever. Because again, this is D&D, my first campaign. There are no rules. There's only fun.
Speaking of fun, on the special ops mission that Kothar was doing, one of the agents who we actually got closer to and knew his name. Do you remember who it was? Wasn't Trick, was it?
It was Trick. His code name was Trickshot.
Yeah, it was Trickshot. I think died. He got hit by something and died, I think, due to a slap. And since we were in the void, I was like, can I bring him back to life here?
No, that wasn't Trickshot that you tried to bring back to life. That was that dude's father. You were trying to bring back Slick. Slick got murdered by 4 slats.
Yeah.
Okay, so Slick got captured. This is a character I created who was like 1 level higher than him. He got captured, tied to a bed, and they were having an argument because one of the characters found out that he was his father. So he's trying to get information, and I had in my notes that if he was tied up for more than a minute, 4 slats would appear and stab him. So he died. But because they were in a void, I allowed people to use magic, but they had to roll an Arcana check, and the DC would be 12 plus the spell level.
The first attempt left an after image of a blue lizard.
He caused wild magic to happen, and it caused an after image of a blue lizard show up on the ground. The second one, he cast True Resurrection and brought him back with no qualms. No problem. He also, in an earlier fight against a Displacer Beast, while in the void, cast Fireball way too many times for a Barbarian. Speaking of this Blizzard Barbarian, I rolled the stats for each character in this campaign, each NPC character. This player decided to just go with one of the stats for the character I rolled without seeing what the stats were. His lowest stat was a 17. I rolled 2 18s and 3 17s.
I knew none of this. I just called. He said he had some stats rolled up, and I said, I don't care what they are. I'll take them. I'm playing the Lizard Folk Barbarian. I'll take whatever stats you have already rolled.
I tried to hit this guy so many times. I did everything. I did everything to kill him. I barely hit him. He had like a 20-something AC.
The trouble was, you could hardly hit me, and when you did hit me, it was half damage.
So this video turned from what happened in the void to just what happened in my first campaign. Moral of the story: there is no moral. Just don't mess up like I did. I made my characters way too strong. Except Recurts. Poor Recurts, man. He did not have a good time in this campaign. Let's talk about that since he's not here to defend himself. He picked an Aarakocra, which
was at the end of its life.
Yeah, he picked an Aarakocra that was 24 years old or something, that he had like a year to live, so he wanted to live longer. Well, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about his terrible decisions. Yeah. He is playing a ranger. Typical rangers just shoot people, not Recurts. Recurts wanted to use his swords, so he flew after an enemy that was fleeing from him and landed between the 2 enemies on the first round of combat against assassins.
Now I will say this for Recurts, playing a ranger. Using swords with ranger is not impossible, and you can certainly build your character to do that. The mistake was landing in between assassins and then creating was it a flank train that we had?
Yes. So, here's what happened. He landed between 2 assassins. Assassins crit on the first round of combat, regardless of anything. That's what the creature says. They rolled a nat 20 to hit. I rolled near max damage. He would have taken 214 damage from one enemy hitting him. Not 214, no. No, 113. That was a different enemy that did 214 to him.
That was a boss.
We'll talk about that one later. Maybe. Probably not. So yeah, he got hit by that guy, and I just looked at the damage, and I was like, that's not happening. I can't let that happen. So he took about half his health of damage. Then the other guy swung at him. Rolled a 19. Didn't crit, but also did a ridiculous amount of damage. And so he had to run away from that fight. Then in another fight, he was fighting against a displacer piece with our barbarian. He wanted to kill it so bad, but he couldn't. So the barbarian had to jump in and cast fireball. And in response to that, the displacer piece actually pulled out a magnum, because I wanted to do that as a joke, and then started shooting them. Yeah, that fight ended horribly for him, but it was still funny when he got shot in the face. Let's see. Oh yeah. Also, he joined a lizard cult created by our barbarian so that he could live longer. I'll let you talk about that one.
Wasn't a cult. We were in a place fighting.
You were fighting cultists at the time.
Fighting cultists, and they happened to have a potion to turn people into lizard folk. And I said, you know what? This is some interesting shit. I'm gonna take some with me. And I was like, hey, you're dying. You want to live longer? This potion will turn you into a lizard folk. We live longer.
So yeah, he did that. And he gained all the benefits from lizard folk, but he also started, losing his emotions. And oh my god, I almost forgot. So this character, Eric Croker, did not understand the concept of ownership. And this guy got a very powerful magic item called the Dagger of Venom. Because of that, our rogue really wanted it. So he pulled out a normal scimitar. And he said that this was a very powerful magic item. And then traded it to him. The next day, this ranger, Rekurtz, I'm going to keep calling him Rekurtz, that wasn't his actual name, that's something else. No, this was not Rekurtz. Rekurtz is a different character.
Right.
Rekurtz fought a long neck dinosaur, killed it to save a hag, who was a parody of Granny from TFS. He decided to ask the hag a favor. Like she said, she gave him one favor. He asked her to make this sword stronger. And so I rolled Arcana. I rolled a nat 20. So me, not knowing that usual magic items max out at a +3, decided to make this into an artifact I called the Scimitar. And I decided to make this item an artifact that any rogue would be dying to get their hands on, just to taunt the rogue who gave him this item, because there's no way he's getting this back. So, this item, as a curse, makes it so the user will refuse to give it to anyone else. This is artifact, that was its curse. Its benefits, however, were it's a +5 attack item, so you have a +5 to hit. It also absorbs any enemies you kill and gives you an extra attack. It became sentient, but we'll talk about that in a different video altogether. And finally, it gives you a +5 to deception. Just because I wanted to taunt a rogue character who played his character properly. Because I was a slightly spiteful DM who took petty victories instead of ruining characters. Are there any more closing things and complaints you want to talk about my campaign that didn't make sense? They just want to say now.
Well, there was that one time we accidentally got ambushed by the tigers. That did not end well.
I know. Well, I'm about to make another video talking about this campaign. We're going to end it here, though. And also, after this, we're just going to be playing bloopers, because instead of making 2 videos, I just want to make a really long video. I hope you're not mad at me for making this video instead of the video I promised that was actually supposed to be serious. If you are mad at me, well, you're in the halfway across the country. There's not much you can do to me right now. Granted, you're in the military getting stronger, so there's a lot you can do to me when you get back. But right now, I have all the power.
Note that we are working on it. It's just difficult to get timetables and...
I swear they're working on it, I promise. I promise they are, occasionally.
Right, you're his best friend. You want to say something to him?
What's up? I talked to you yesterday, so...
This is a video!
This is for YouTube, man.
Yeah, we're gonna end it here.
Come back to life. If you
Oh, yes.
kill you again.
I'm sorry. It was funny. I didn't want to actually
We were really gonna do this one serious, and you're just in the background talking.
Yeah.
Let's see what this sounds like.
You never...
I would like to start this video with an apology. I am sorry that God damn what I asked for! I asked for silence!
best if you start talking first, actually, because you know, like set the scene.
I did that in the last thing, though.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Do you want me to read it to you and then you just start talking? Also, I started recording, by the way, because I thought we were going to be good. So, blooper 2 now. This is the making of the video. This is what happens in between. Charles, you got anything you want to say? Either Charles? How about you? Shh. I don't know if I want to say your name. You want to say something stupid? Just say something stupid.
Fuck.
I said stupid, not crash.
I get his freaking ban from YouTube.
We don't.
Please, there's a lot of worse things that have been put on YouTube.
Yeah,
than
and they
monetized.
still and they still take down if it has the F word in it, they will take you
Really?
down. Yeah.
No.
You do.
If you wait, you get to wait like 2 minutes in the video or 3 minutes in the video, then you can backload your video with fuck bombs all the time. It's pretty funny.
Whatever you do, don't demonetize this because we got cash and stuff that we need to buy things with.
We're trying to make a
Hamburger,
company
cheeseburgers,
here,
Big Macs, and
YouTube, so that
Whoppers.
we can abuse other people. Come on.
Support your local darkness.
Support the darkness. Support the darkness. Yes. We are making a corporation. The
Come
most
to the dark side.
evil.
We have cookies.
The most evil thing that can exist.
Cookies.
I'm not making a corporation.
Yeah, it is. We're making. It's called the Dragons. You came up with the name, the Dragons Cove. We're still
Right,
recording, by the
hamburgers,
way.
Cheeseburgers, Big Macs, and Whoppers.
Okay, I'm gonna cut the video in 3 seconds. ladies
No,
and
we're
gentlemen.
not. We're commit.
Commit to what?
Commit to insanity. What do you mean? What else is there to commit?
This is a recording of another microphone to see if this picks up things better. Sean, say something so we can hear you now.
Just to the mic.
Sean, say something.
Something.
There we go, you smart ass.
Sweet, it's in the mic. It goes all the way to the other side of the room.
Yeah, but we're gonna put it in the middle so that it can probably pick up everyone's voices perfect better.
Cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
Oh, you didn't continue it, Dylan.
Why did we do these things to ourselves? Why am I the video editor? Is it just to suffer?
Yes.
Fuck you guys. I'm the one doing the most work, and that's a fucking problem. I'm lazy.
I wasn't in this. I'm just
Yeah, you're not part of this. You're just here now.
I'm just here to contribute verbally.
I'm here to provide voice lines for when you need them.
I'm here to provide entertainment.
God damn it. You're not getting a paycheck.
I don't care. I'll do it for free.
Yeah, hit me a voice line you want me to say. I'll do it right now.
Like for real, yeah. I can do voices.
I got this. We roll in society.
Autobots. Roll out.
There we go. Yeah, we roll. That's gonna be in the other video, hopefully.
Now remember, not only do we roll in the society,
Welcome to the swamp there, kitty.
that too. Remember, more importantly,
Oh my god.
I wish we had a video camera just to see the disappointment in the other guy's
Holy
face.
crap, it's 7:40.
Yeah, I know. We gotta work harder. We need to get these voice lines done so I can edit the video. Yeah, this is gonna be blooper 3. This
Wait.
is just. I can't wait to see the comment
Here's a
section.
cursed. Here's a cursed.
Alright, so what
image.
do you want me to say in this next
Village or body
clip or
horror?
whatever?
We're just gonna talk about
Here's
the
a
video,
curse.
like what happened in that session that was so legendary. Go ahead, sing. The second I cut the video, you sing. You do it. I swear, no balls, do it.
He said it.
1, 2, 3.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Never gonna to search you.
This is what they started doing the second I ended the video. Fuckers.
Because
You know what's funny? So this dude was at a pawn shop, right? And he saw a video labeled a surprise. So he goes and buys the video, puts it into his VCR, and he got Rickrolled.
Right?
I knew where I was going. It's still funny to hear it out loud.
yes.
It'd be funny. You know, it'd be funny. if
Okay,
it was the
cutting
movie.
and what?
Oh, I thought we were recording.
Yeah, we are recording.
Yeah, we
Oh,
are.
okay.
We've been recording.
Alright, so I'm cutting it now. If you made it to the end of this video somehow, thank you for watching this absolute mess of a video, and please continue to support our channel and hopefully our future product. Thank you.